let's get this thing started now.
Mm-hmm.
So, engine start. Let me get the engine start. Okay. But the first maneuver we're going to do is this one.
First maneuver we're going to do is going to be probably slow flight.
Slow flight, so I like to prepare as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Engine start.
Mm-hmm.
Before engine start, pre-flight is completed, seatbelt is secure, avionics switch is off. That's off over there, right?
Yep.
Circuit breakers are in, one of them. Good. Cold flaps are down, open. That's open. Fuel selector is on, both of them is on. Light switch, fine, only. Boom. Landing gear verifies down. Alternator off. Two of them is off. Master switch is on, which is over there.
Nope, it's over there.
What that master for?
This is avionics.
Avionics master.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So master switch is on. Gear verify on. Flaps is retracted. There. Okay, flaps retracted. Engine start. Mixture idle cutoff.
So do you remember how you did this yesterday?
So we're gonna up prime and then back down.
Yep. And this needs to be forward to start.
So forward, half inch.
Yep. So a half inch, I told them yesterday, is just to the top of that. You see that line there?
Yeah.
That's where we want to go with the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. Clear!
You're good.
Okay, make sure idle cutoff props. So now we're gonna go boost pump 1.
Yep.
We're gonna start this engine first, right?
Okay. And before you do the boost pump, what's before that?
So before boost pump, we're gonna go.
Nope. Look on the checklist. Number 1. Starting engine.
Starting engine. Mixer idle.
No,
Idle cutoff.
you got through all those 4. There you go, number 1.
Number 1. Oh, magneto on.
Yep.
So this one is to this side, right?
The left side, yes.
1 and 2.
Yes.
Magneto on. Auxiliary pump on. Choose this one.
Correct. So as soon as you push that forward, you should be seeing down here, should go fuel flow. So now cut it.
Cut it.
So you primed it.
Turn it off.
Keep your hand there. You don't need to, but you could if you want. And then do the left starter. Left side starter. As soon as you hear a pop, you push it forward. Now finish the checklist.
Advanced mixture.
Nice.
Oil pressure. Where's the oil pressure?
Left side.
Fuel pressure. Oil pressure. In the green. Alternator is on. This one.
Yep. So we'll notice the alternator comes alive, and this is going to jump up to 14.
Okay. I jump up to 14.
The voltage.
Okay, okay. Mixture lead. Front operation. Fuel selector. Pump off. Let's start again for the same thing, right?
Yes, same thing for engine 2.
Alright, so. No movements.
Sometimes if it doesn't go, just give it some gas. Here, flip that switch. No, keep it forward. Flip that pump a couple times off. Got it. I think it would be good. Do it again. hear it now. Maybe it's just clear.
You do crossfeed on both of them on the ground? Okay. Obtain
So 9, Quebec, runway 2, clear, touch and go.
half up, half down. Waiting on GPS to come up. Radios, transponders at 1200. Lights, nav lights as required. So nav light is off, we don't need that. Brake test. Right. The brake.
My controls?
Yep. Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
Alright. Taxi clearance update. Gyro. Our gyros are coming up. Let's get our ADIS. Number 2.
Harper Brent, Tomation Hotel, 1253 Zulu, wind 0108, visibility 10 clear, temperature 18, dew point 11, altimeter 3023. Traffic's landing and departing runway 2, expect visual approach. As this weather information, available knowing northeast and coastal waters. For further information, contact flight service. Navigating Bradley Class C airspace, advise ground control initial contact with destination requested altitude. Use caution for birds and wildlife. On in the vicinity of the airport, advise initial contact the Aviators Hotel. Harper Brent, Tomation Hotel, 1253 Zulu, wind 0108, visibility 10 clear, temperature 18, dew point 11, altimeter 3023. Traffic's landing and departing runway 2, expect visual approach. As this
runway 2,
available in northeast and coastal waters. For further information, contact flight service.
Okay.
Navigating.
So we have that. Altimeter. Where's our altimeter? Right here. Let us go feel a little bit. 3023. I'll just set it to the field elevation.
Yep.
Okay. New plane for me now, so it's gonna take a long time for me to get up this. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Compass. We're reading 30, 35, 305. Yes. Compass, heading. Gonna depart in runway 2. Okay. Go back to our radius again.
Altitude. Use caution for birds and wildlife. On in the vicinity of the airport. Advising this contact, give it is hotel.
Okay, it was hotel. Alright, so we continue with our checklist. Boom, boom, we do this taxi check, transponder set, control frame. Alright, go ahead and pull up to the road of Peter, so let's call, we're gonna go. So we're gonna go ground already.
So yeah, you're on ground talking to 1. Good.
Brenner ground. Brenner ground. November 8528 Alpha Tango.
On ground, hit again.
November 852 Alpha Tango located at the jet center with information hotel that capacity active.
512 Tango, ground runway 2, taxi Hotel Alpha, cross 29, say directional flight.
Southeast. Taxi runway 2 via Hotel Alpha, cross 29, and 852 Tango will be going southeast today.
Roger.
Alright, cool. Alright.
79 Quebec, runway 2, clear, touch and go.
Seneca, that's what I was doing. Get dumped that. Alright, they're over there. Hotel is right up there. First time taxiing, man, at Seneca. Controls are so heavy.
Alright, a little bit to the right.
And that's center line, right? Center line?
You're a little to the left. You can see it in your mirror on the NASO.
Wanna get it? That's center line right there?
Nope. Gotta go a little to the right. There you go.
That's center line?
Yeah, it's about center line right there.
Okay. Just wanna get the feet percent.
Yeah. So see how you're pulling to the left a little bit? So try pulling that right throttle back a little bit.
So right throttle is back.
Yeah, there you go. Gonna stop that pull.
Ground, this is Archer 723 Papa Charlie. We're at Hangar 4 with Hotel. We'd like to request an ILS at Bradley.
723 Papa Charlie, be runway 2, taxi via Delta Alpha, cross 29.
Runway 2, Delta Alpha, cross runway 29, 723 Papa Charlie.
Frequencies 123.905.
5240, 123.905, 723 Papa Charlie. We have X-ray at Bradley.
That's very sensitive. Alex?
Brand
Yes.
Ground Warrior 3133 Quebec at Hartford Jet.
Clear runway.
Hotel requesting
Clear.
taxi
Right,
taxi
left,
for Southwest departure.
Crossing runway 2.
Transfer Quebec, Brandon, ground runway 2, taxi Hotel Alpha, cross 29.
Taxi runway 2 via Hotel Alpha across 29.
Awesome. Try pulling that power out before you brake. All the way out. Yep. Good. Get nice and close. Don't hit anything with the prop. And then make a nice sharp turn. Sharp turn. There you go. Wrong throttle. There you go. Nice. Good, good, good. You're good, good, good. Don't even turn too much.
Are you on the brake? You on it? Stop one way. Oh, because the nose wheel is
Because you turned, yeah.
Okay. So brake on?
Yep. So lift it up, and it'll should drop into place. No, no, not now. That's to release it. So lift it up. See how it drops into place?
Okay, so brake is set.
Yes.
Double check.
79 Quebec, runway 2, clear, touch and go.
5. Oh.
When you're at a low power setting, it will process quite a bit. So make sure that just do it right before you leave the runway, and that should help you. I don't really worry about it taxiing and stuff like that because it's gonna do it again anyway.
Okay. Alright, so brake set, the selector is on. So you can move for the crossfeed now. You want to put one on crossfeed?
Yep, you got that one on crossfeed. Move back to on.
Next one on crossfeed now?
Didn't you already do that one?
No.
Well, you should have, because this fuel selector left on, right crossfeed, and then left crossfeed. Sure, but you gotta make sure you put that back to on before you get going.
Alright, so brake set. Light in. Check.
Flight instrument. Engine instrument, flight instrument, check.
So engine instrument, boom, boom. Trim for takeoff. Down. They're gonna trim for not nose. Trim there.
Yeah, you're fine. But that's already very forward. You're good.
Yeah, like that, right?
Yeah, don't move that thing. That's your indicator.
Okay.
So this moves based on the position.
Okay.
See what I mean? So you don't want to bend that because then it's not going to be accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's fine.
All the way down is fine.
It's not all the way down. No. Okay. But that's where we want, because when you add power, it's going to kick the nose up.
Okay. Alright. So trim is set. Make sure it's full forward. Didn't know it's the problem, right?
Okay. And yeah, now we're both on. Looking good. Okay, cool.
Both on. So throttle both to 2000. Okay. Got it to 2000 prop. Engage. But I will do that now. So we're gonna pull this one time.
All the way back, all the way forward. You gotta go fast. You can't let it just drop.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No, that's not all the way back. Let me show you. All the way back, all the way forward. Do you see that went boom?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you pull it all the way back and let it just drop, you're gonna pump that engine into a prop that can't move.
Okay.
So it's gonna break the prop.
Okay.
So we're just checking, we're cycling it.
Okay.
So first one, drop, rise. And then we go oil pressure, and then we go oil splatter. So we did drop, rise. You can see that happen again. Looking for the oil pressure to wiggle. Splatter.
Okay.
So do it on the other side.
So first one is this. Second one is this. Third one is this.
Which one? Which gauge?
The first gauge is this one.
Yep. Okay, what's this?
Second one is the oil
Fuel pressure? You're pointing to fuel pressure.
Oil pressure. Oh,
There you go. So did you see that move?
Yes.
There we go. That's good. Okay, cool.
Next one. Cool.
Well, you're looking on the left side again. Yeah, there you go. Oil pressure. There you go. Nice. Look on that side. You keep looking to that side. Alright, you're good.
Yeah, so, and then now verify increase in RPM that magneto check now. So at 2000, we're going to do a magneto check. So we go left, so we're going to look for RPM in this, right? Mark. Mark the boat.
And what are you checking when you're dropping this?
Checking for 100. 175 top right.
0 at 10 now.
And then you're back to boat.
Okay.
Then over here now.
Yep.
Back to boat. Alternator check.
Okay.
Oil check alternator check now, please.
So see how you have about 10 to 15 and then you go over here?
So turn it off?
Yep. Boom. Looks good.
Okay.
It's not really going to move, like, 'cause you have nothing on that right one. Cool.
Okay. And then alternator heat.
Alternate heat. Yep. Out and down, yeah, I'm good. And what are you looking for?
We're looking for the drop a little.
Okay, which one dropped?
Well,
There you go.
okay. Alternate. No. Start at 1000.
Okay.
Okay. Before takeoff, lights. So that is finished, right?
Yep.
Before takeoff.
Transfer to Greg Brantow, hold shoreline 2, landing traffic.
That's enough pump. So,
You said lights?
lights,
So which lights?
nav lights, only.
Is that what that said?
Only at night. Only at
Yeah.
night.
Okay, so what lights?
So lights, fuel pump on. Fuel pump,
Okay, but what lights?
lights. Landing lights.
Okay.
Nav lights don't need it. Probe onto.
Yes. Cool.
Make sure I'm prop full forward. Rotate at 85 feet for 1 off.
Okay, so how are you gonna start your takeoff roll? 1,000. Release the brakes. Full power. Okay. Does that make sense? So you're gonna roll on. Put all the runway in front of you. When you're facing the center line. 2,000 RPM. Your feet are gonna go from on the brakes to off the brakes, right? Make sure they're off the brakes. Full power. Okay. Alright, cool.
So 2,000 first, feet off the brakes, then the rest of it.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you give yourself, you're spooled up, but you want to make sure you give yourself, okay, I'm going off the brakes now. Because if you just do full power and go, chances are you're going to be like this, and then if you press, you could lock up a brake.
Okay.
And that's bad. Yeah, that's bad.
Nothing
I can do. Yeah, so don't do that. Alright?
Alright, so takeoff briefing now.
213 to go back on course departure.
We're going to take off runway 2. Give me a 20 to take off.
and runway 2.
You want me to do what? You want me to give you an example?
Yeah, for a 20 inch.
What'd you just do?
I switch the tower.
Oh, okay. Yeah, keep us on ground just while we sit here. But for an example of a takeoff brief, if we're rolling down the runway and we lose an engine, or we have any kind of abnormality, we're just gonna cut the throttle and stop, right? Okay, let's say we roll down the runway, and then we rotate. Alright, and we're in the air, but our gear is still down. It's going to take 6 seconds to get that gear up, so we're just going to cut the throttle, and we're going to land on whatever we have left. If we get up in the air, and we've gone so far that we think that we should put the gear up because we don't have any runway, if the gear is up, then we have to do an engine failure recovery and stay in the air. And what that's going to look like is the very first thing, blue line and center line. Okay, so 0 side slip, right? Mixture, prop, throttles are going to go full forward, flaps up and gear up. We're going to identify, and then we're going to verify the engine. So what that means is whatever foot is pressing, that's going to be the engine that's still working. So the opposite side, your dead leg side, is which one we pull back, and we're going to check it. So we're just going to basically pull it back and make sure nothing changes. Put it back. If nothing changes, we pull it all the way out. Let's say it's the right one, then we would pull the right and the right. And we would return to land into which side? If the right engine was out, which side would we return to land into? Say again?
Turn the line. I'll turn on the right engine.
So if our right engine was out, all of our turns would be which way, you said?
To our left engine.
Into our left, exactly. Because of how good, stable it is, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
Alright, so today we're going to take off runway 2.
Yep.
Anything happen on the runway, we're going to stay on the runway.
Yes. And what are you going to do? What's your reaction going to be? Boom.
We're going to pull the throttle.
Don't worry, I'll probably be already right there too, so.
Stay on the runway. Anything happen while we're climbing out, if we're under 400 feet, it's going to land straight ahead.
Yeah, well, if you put the gear up or down, that's what's going to decide.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you want to put the
down.
gear up, when you feel like you can't land anymore, when you feel like if I was to put it down and go off the end, you want to put the gear up.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's going to determine whether we stay on the ground or go in the air, is the gear up or down.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright. Go.
Alright. Are you ready?
Yep.
So thumb under and then lift up. Not that, the whole handle. There you go. And now keep your thumb up. There you go. See how it just falls out? Nice. Alright, we'll pull up and you can switch the tower. You gonna start your GoPro?
Already running.
Oh, it is already running. Okay.
Yeah.
Victor 964 Brandon Tower. You can proceed eastbound and make it straight into 2.2 mile final.
Brennan Tower, serious now. Brennan Tower, Seneca 5852 Alpha Tango is located at runway 2 and Alpha ready for departure.
Papa Charlie, contact Bradley 12395.
Contact Bradley 12395, 723 Papa Charlie.
Grade 52 Alpha Tango. Right turns approved. Runway 2 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 2 clear for takeoff, right turn is approved. 852 Alpha Tango.
908.
So we're going
64 Tango, runway 2.
Nice.
taxi hotel.
So you're just gonna go right off the end, almost like you're trying to touch the back grass. Okay?
Yeah, 964, just to confirm, I think we got stepped on. Runway 2 final. We'll report that in.
Right off. Don't turn.
Is that number 964?
all usable runway, right?
Yes.
Pick up the final about 5 miles.
And then sharp turn. There you go. There you go. Okay. So, 2,000, hold the brakes.
All the brakes.
1,000. Alright, feet come down.
2,000.
Feet come down.
Feet down.
Yep.
All the way.
Full power. There you go. No. Keep your feet down. There you go.
Air speed alive.
6 foot Tango, roger.
60. 70, 80, 85 up.
Yep. There you go. Nice. Alright, would you land here?
No.
No, so get that gear up. Out and up. There you go. Nice, and we're going to pitch and trim for 105.
Gear up. Pitch 105.
Nice. Looking good, man. And you can take that right turn whenever.
700 feet.
Clear right.
Clear right.
Alright, so you can turn the fuel pumps one at a time. Yep.
Fuel
One,
pumps.
two,
Fuel
and then the
pumps.
landing lights as well, because the landing lights are in the nose wheel. Nice. Great job, man. No, yeah, just be careful with the brakes. He went back up, and I was like, whoa. Alright, so we do have this guy here, but you can keep coming to the right just a tad, just like 10 degrees to the right. Alright, so there's 2476 Mike from here. That's good.
We're climbing up to.
3,000 is kind of fine for now. Stop the turn. Awesome. So what do you do out of 500 feet with the power?
We're gonna pull the power.
Yep.
Pull the power to 24.
25 squared. So 25, 25.
So manifold pressure is 25. Okay.
And props are going to go to 25.
Yeah, radar tower, we're 2476 Mike. We are 2 miles from 102.
Okay. And you hear how it's, yeah, you even it out. Nice.
Clear to land.
That's exactly what we want. Awesome.
Runway 2476 Mike.
64 Tango, roger.
Alright, so get up to 3,000, and we're going to go to the kind of practice area down there. You're heading in a great direction. You're doing good.
Give me a heading to fly. Fly this way heading.
Yeah, this is a great heading.
Okay. After takeoff checklist now.
Yep, sure.
So cruise power is set.
Yeah, we don't need cruise. We're not cruising around, we're going to be doing maneuvers.
Okay, so we're after takeoff.
So we're pretty much good.
Okay. But there's no after takeoff checklist in this?
No, you already did it.
Oh.
The after takeoff is that and fuel pump and mixture.
Oh.
Or fuel pump and, it's landing lights. Alright, let's keep ourselves going to the right. The 120 heading. And you can start turning like 150.
150. But it's so much different from a single engine. I can look outside, but up here the engine are blocking me.
Oh yeah.
$3,000. Climbing.
If you want to, yeah. I mean, let's level out for 3,500. Let's level out 120, so that's about 18 manifold. So chunk that back to 18 manifold, that should keep us right at about 120.
Mike, your taxi on ramp.
I'm taxi on the ramp.
76 Mike, taxi to ramp, Charlie Juliet, this frequency.
Alright. So see how we're going a little fast there?
6 foot tank.
Why do you think that is?
Runway 2 clear for takeoff.
Our manifold's not at 18.
Our manifold is at, oh.
6 foot tango.
So do both throttles at the same time, always.
Okay, can I speak to
Both throttles at the same time.
6-4, talking over 6-4 tango.
You got, see how you're moving one throttle at the time? You have to move both at the same time.
964, runway 2, clear to land. Wind 1207.
8294, looking to the Dutch again.
1964.
There you go.
Is that the touch and go?
Yeah, if you move one, you can spin us, because you're going to add power on only one side.
Touch and go, left turn on.
Alright.
So,
That's good. That's good. You got it. Okay, so now we're at 35. We may be slightly descending, but if you raise the nose, you can stop that. And then now we're going to try and get into slow flight, okay? So we have no traffic around us. We're over the Hartford VOR. We're going to a good area. So what's the first thing you're going to do? Slow flight.
So for slow flight, oh, it's descending. For slow flight, power is going to be 2024.
Yeah. Whether it's 2024 or 2025, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. So
Alright, just in the range, 24 to 25, fine.
okay.
Okay.
Clearing turn. We're going to do a clearing turn. What is the BC for?
BC Gumps is basically the bug heading, clearing turns, Gumps down.
Okay. All right. So clearing turn to the left. Or to the right.
54 Tower.
Clearing turn to the right.
Okay. And try and stay at 3.5 when you do that, okay?
Taxi back to the wrong way.
757 Tango Delta Brandon Tower and a right downwind 2 report midfield.
Right downwind for runway 2, report midfield, says now 757 Tango Delta.
Alright, so try not to turn back into their airspace, right? Go. Good. Looking good.
Just getting a feel for the plane today.
Yep.
First time, new plane.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
964 Roger, and you're still heading eastbound.
Alright, what now?
4 affirmative, southwest.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Southwest.
So Gumps down. That's like landing configuration, right?
So forward to 50 manifold pressure 27. So this is gonna go full forward.
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily need to go right to that, but I would definitely go everything forward on the blue and the red.
So
So
boom.
forward. And then give yourself a small reduction of power. Just, you don't necessarily need to go right to 15, but you can. And now you're going to have to start getting that drag in, okay? Because you don't want to pull it so fast that you descend. You want to pull it just so you can start putting flaps in and stuff.
Okay, so below 120.
Yep.
Flaps.
Yep.
Flaps. Pitch up key blue line? No. We're gonna
No, you got to keep altitude heading.
gear down.
Sure. How slow do you want to get?
80.
Okay, sounds good. So hold that altitude.
And then all the way. Next one.
Hold that altitude. See how pulling all that power really makes you sink?
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily want to get there right away. Go ahead, climb back, and try and get yourself to 80.
Cherokee 1764 Tango, holding short.
So you can climb full power. Yeah, there you go. You're good.
Traffic.
Nice. And just pull that power when you get to the heading.
Runway 2, you're cleared for takeoff.
So see how you're getting fast? Keep that pitch up. So your pitch controls your speed and your power controls your altitude. So pull the power if you want to stop climbing, but keep the pitch up if you want to stay slow. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So you're still climbing, so stop the climb. Nope, you gotta use the pitch to control speed, power for altitude.
So we're at 80.
Yep. So, alright, try and get rid of that 100 feet. Just pull the power a little bit, but you gotta keep the pitch where it is. If you're at like this pitch and you're 80, you gotta keep it there, pull the power, you'll sink, and then add power, keeping the pitch steady. Yeah, so this pitch attitude, just keep it here, pull the power. And you'll sink. Just keep the pitch where it is, don't let the nose drop. There you go. Pull a little more.
We're at 80.
Yeah, but you're high, so pull the power. I'm trying to get you to see the power. Controls the altitude. There you go, but if you, yeah, there you go. Nice. And then when you get to the right altitude, just add power back in. Nice. You might need a small pitch up to keep the speed going up, but you're good right there. Excellent job. Alright, we're going to turn around, not face the sun. So let's go left turn 030. Now when you make that left turn, you're probably going to need a little bit of power because you're going to enter a bank, okay? Make a nice standard rate bank to the left, okay? We're going 030 heading.
030.
Yes. You can just follow that traffic.
Getting
Yeah,
too
onto
slow.
the downwind runway 2 could be Eddie.
Copy, we'll follow the traffic, 6 Tango.
Yeah, you see how you're starting to drop now because you're in the bank, so you got to add a little bit of power so you don't drop. Just standard rate only, you're good.
Harper Power, this is standby, sir. Delta, Spirit Pilot Solo, on that. Mid-still, right downwind, runway 2.
Number 7 Tango Delta, just to confirm, you wanted a full stop?
Yes, I'd like to close full stop, taxi back to the runway.
7 Tango Delta, runway 2 clear to land, wind is 1005.
1005, sir. Tango Delta, runway 2 clear, land 77570.
Nice. So when we get to 030, what I'm going to have you do is a power off stall. Okay, so just level out here 80. So slow flight level at 80. And I'll show you how we get into it. So you're basically in the landing configuration, minus your fuel pumps, right? We got to do fuel pumps on for gumps. There you go. So basically, we're now going to enter into a power off stall. So we want to be level at 80. You're climbing a little. And then once you're level at 80, not climbing, not descending, you just pitch the nose down for 90.
Okay, pitch it down.
Don't touch the power, just pitch the nose down for 90.
Yep.
And it should give you a small descent, right? This is perfect
Yep.
for a power off stall. So we're going to pull the power out, the idle,
Power out.
and lift the nose to the horizon.
Hit the nose to the horizon.
You should start losing speed. Okay? There you go,
Okay,
there's your stall. So
recover.
drop the nose, full power. Now keep the nose down.
Nose
Drop the
down.
first notch of flaps.
Flaps.
Gently. See how you pitched up really quickly?
Yeah.
We got to keep that nose down. No. Just finish up.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Yeah, so that second notch of flaps is going to stay in until you start to get the positive rate of climb, and then you go gear, flaps. Okay? So a
Reach the
couple...
blue line.
Yes, yeah. A couple of things with that, right? We pitched up a little too quickly for that. Okay. So try and keep that nose down. You can get the flaps out immediately, but it's just a gentle pitch up, okay? Because if you let the plane pitch up like that, you can get too much of a load factor and stall, okay?
Okay. Go back on heading.
Yeah.
Set 7 Tango Delta, turn left at Charlie, and you're taxiing back to the exit.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, 4,000.
All right, sure.
Wind 0808.
Power back.
7 Tango Delta, it's runway 2, taxi Alpha cross 29.
Very nice.
Alpha cross.
All right, so try and get yourself set up again in a power off stall configuration. So go slow flight to power off stall.
6 foot Tango, make right traffic.
Same way we did, just set it up. I like to go flaps, gear down, flaps, okay? I'm going to try it one more time, just because the order wasn't right with the flaps and gear. We got to wait it out, positive rate, gear up, flaps 2 and 3. Okay?
So first thing is going to be power reduce.
Yeah. Do you want to see me do one real quick? Or do you want to just try it again?
I tried it.
Try it again? Alright, sounds good.
So-
So just reduce the power just a little bit. It doesn't need to be crazy. Remember how we got slow and then started to sink? There you go. Yeah, if you need to even the throttles, it's just a twist.
That's right.
Yeah, just twist that wrist and it'll...
Okay, so this is full forward.
Okay.
Alright. Low 120.
Yep, so we are descending a little bit here. What I like to try and do is I try and get to slow flight, level at 80, and then I just pitch down, and that's the easiest way I found.
First notch of flaps. Second notch. Get down.
3. 3 green, 1 in the mirror.
3 green, 1 in the mirror.
Rainer Tower, Skyhawk November 113 Papa Foxtrot, about 10 to the west at 3,500 with information India, request landing.
Okay, you're gonna go to flaps 40.
Number 13 Papa Fox, channel
That's
left,
not good,
base,
right?
0.2
Yep.
mile base.
Okay, cool. So let's get to 80. So we've still been descending a little bit. So we've got to work on that. And I think probably the biggest thing that's happening is you're pulling too much power when you're trying to get into it. Remember, the flaps and the gear are going to slow you down, which will cause you to drop. So if you pull a bunch of power and then do that more, you're just going to sink. Okay? All right. So we're level at 80, and then just pitch down. Don't worry about altitude. Get back on the heading. I'll bug that for you. We're just gonna pitch down, okay, for 90.
So we're gonna pitch down, then establish after 500 minutes per descent.
530.
Power in, power off,
frequency is
stall, power full back. Okay, alright.
And then flaps, positive rate, gear, flaps 105. Okay. So you pulled the power prior to getting to 90. So look at our descent rate, we're like negative 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really want to pull the power there. You just want to be level at 80 and then pitch down and then pull the power and pitch up. It's simulating like a flare, right?
Alright, so lower the nose, start again. Lower the nose.
Yep.
90.
Yep, and you should start to get a sync rate. Now pull the power, pitch up
Lower.
for the horizon. Just to here. Hold it just here.
120 Brandtown left,
Hold
base,
it.
2.2 mile base.
Hold
You'll
it.
be following a Cessna about
Don't let yourself sink. There you go. You got the stall. Drop the nose. Drop the nose. There you go. Now flaps. Okay. Gently pitch up. Then you're going to look for your altimeter. Positive rate. Okay. Gear comes up. Alright. Now you're pitching for 105. And now you're going to reduce those flaps. Now you got to pitch up every time you lower the flaps. So pitch up just a little. There you go. There you go. Keep pitching up because you're going to keep speeding up. You want to hold that 105. Awesome. Now you can recover. Okay, so just be a little bit more active on the rudders. Obviously, you get a little bit of a drift there, so just keep pressing that rudder to keep your nose aligned. But that's how we do it. Okay? Feeling good?
Yeah, let's do some slow flight.
You want to do what?
Let's do on a slow flight.
Alright, you want to do a slow flight?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, whenever you want. Get in a slow flight.
So,
Or do you want to move into something else?
I want to master one first.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do slow flight.
We're gonna go slow flight and then so.
And then we'll go into one, okay.
Slow
Why don't
flight.
we get a right turn here, okay? Can we do 180? Just because we're starting to get over at an airport. And you can set up the slow flight even when you're in the turn, I don't care. So try to pull less power, yep.
6 foot tango left to Charlie, ground 121.6.
It's gonna take a lot of flight for me to get used to this plane.
That's fine.
Right turn is approved, runway 2 clear for takeoff, wind 0906.
It's a fun plane though, right? Are you having fun?
That's probably fun, man. No fun at all, man. I have fun and I learn it.
Okay, okay.
Alright, so go fly, so we go forward to 50, 27 on the manifold. Forward 15, 27. Go flight, so flaps, first flap, pull the power out, below 120, go down. Up. Up.
Tower, 3 Papa Foxtrot, about 2 miles out on a left base for runway 2.
That's slow flight.
3 Papa Foxtrot.
There we go. So just pitch the plane down gently, 90 miles an hour.
3 Papa Foxtrot.
You want to power off stall now?
And now you can do power off stall. Just keep that heading, okay? You're good. Power off stall. Ready when you are.
Power off stall now.
Yep, watch your heading.
Power off stall now. We're at 90.
Yep.
We're going to lower for descent. Power reduce.
90 should be the descent. You're good.
Hold it. First indication. First notch of flaps. Looking for positive rate. Positive rate. Gear up. Second notch of flaps. Pitch for 105.
Yeah, pretty much from the moment you put the gear up, just try and go to 105, okay? But that's good.
Now on a mile final at 700.
Looks really good.
The traffic in sight.
And then bringing that back to 18,
22, number 2, only 2.
and that'll be about 120. That looks pretty good, okay? You want to try something fun?
Yeah?
You want to do something fun?
Do something, huh?
The power on stall. It's fun.
Okay, okay. Alright.
Okay, so because we had a third person on the back yesterday, we couldn't get as vertical as we could go, okay? You want to see vertical?
You want to do it?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. You're
Alright.
sure.
Alright, let me do a quick clearing turn because I wasn't looking outside, so I'm going to slow us down. It's okay to hear the stall horn, or sorry, the gear warning horn if you know you're doing it on purpose to slow down.
Yeah.
What I like to do is I like to basically get slower faster so I don't hear it as long. Alright, so what's going to happen is I'm going to do a 20-degree bank. We'll just know where we started, okay? And I'm going to pitch up. Power on is in a clean configuration, so fuel pump's on, mixture props full forward, and then we have no, there's no flaps, excuse me, or gear, nothing.
Okay.
So it's a pretty easy recovery, but all I'm going to do is 23. You had a question?
No.
Alright, I'm going to pull that back one back. I'm going to do slightly less than 23, and I'll go a little bit more than 20, just so we don't get too vertical.
The first indication of recover, right?
Yes, of course.
Right there.
Yep. And that's a nice, easy recovery, but notice how my nose pitches down, so there's no load on the wings. And then as we approach 105, I'm a little bit slow, so I'll drop the nose. It's about our pitch attitude. With the haze, it gets hard. But I'm going to try and seek 105. I don't want to go over 105, okay? So, but you saw we got pretty vertical there, huh? That's the power of two engines. We basically turn into a helicopter. Now I'm going to bring that power back. I bring a little bit as I pitch down, and I bring it back to 18. Alright? That's all. That's all it is.
You have traffic out there?
I don't think so. Do it.
No, you say turn to a helicopter. Oh.
That's for Brainerd Tower.
Okay.
Alright? I got nothing out here.
Alright, so power off stop. 20 degrees of bank. So we're going to slow to 90 knots. Everything in before I drop.
Not 90 knots. We're going to stay at 120.
120. Okay, clear and turn.
So the key is not to go 0G. Yeah, I mean, you can if you have to, but you don't have to.
Gonna need to get really used to this plane. Okay, flaps up, everything up.
Turkey 64 Tango, runway 2, line up and wait.
Runway 2, line up and wait, 64 Tango.
Off stall, so we're gonna slow to 85, 23 manifold pressure. So we're gonna go 23, right? Power in to 23.
This only 0 left at Charlie.
And pitch up, right?
Correct.
Left on Charlie, 121.
And a bend.
There you go. And you just keep pitching up, keep pitching up. Keep pitching up, because the plane's nose is going to want to drop, so you got to keep pulling back. There you go. Nice.
And then recover.
Yep, full power, right?
Full power.
Full power should happen right away because we're pitching down.
Okay.
And then pitch up. No. You got to get the blue line full power.
Blue line, full power. Okay.
Yeah, okay, you see what I'm saying? So keep it full, and then pitch down and recover the blue line, and then we recover the speed,
Okay,
okay?
let's try it again.
One more time. Let's do it to the right.
I want to do it to the left.
Okay, well, what if the DP said do it to the right?
Yeah, I'm going to do one to the right. But,
Okay.
But let me. So 23,
Yep.
right in. Pitching up.
We should be starting at 120.
Pitching
Good.
up.
You gotta keep pulling, because if you stop, the plane's gonna dip down again. Nice. Full power. Okay, keep the nose coming down. The nose coming down.
Down. Push
Yeah,
down.
because you're never gonna get to 105.
Okay.
Good. Now 105.
Up.
So you don't want to let it stay down, because then you gotta pitch back up. You see how we're at like 110? That's a wasted climb if you're close to the ground. So we want to make it efficient. That's the goal.
All right. So
So let's try it to the right. We'll do the same thing. But so start at 120.
okay, 120. Right. Or 20 degrees.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Level those wings.
Pitch down for 10. Then pull up. Blue line.
Nice. Yeah. I would just not wait as long, but that was a good maneuver. That was good. Just be a little bit more aggressive with leveling the wings and kind of predict. You're getting the blue line so quick that you can start pitching up at like 100, so that when you're at 105, you're perfect and you got the power to full. That's just good. Awesome. So recover that back down and drop the nose. Want to be at 18.
One to my side.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the power stall more than anyone else.
You do what?
I'm enjoying the power stall more than any one of the maneuver. Let's work.
Which one? This one or?
Yeah, this one.
This is power on.
I'm enjoying the power on stall.
Oh, okay, yeah. Power on's fun. It's a lot. You'll like the accelerated stall too, I bet. You wanna try that one? Yep. Good. Good. So level those wings. Get your wings level and they'll start pitching up now. There you go. Not so aggressive, right? So instead of trying to go fast, try to go early, slow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we'll learn why we don't want to go fast when we do the accelerated stall, because this could cause a stall too.
Accelerated stall now. We'll do it at 120, right?
105. The whole time, 105. We don't get slow at all.
Midfield, right down where we
So-
full stop back to back.
Foot Tiger, runway 2, you're
Wanna
clear
descend
to
down to,
1009.
Accelerated stall. We had 7,000.
What?
We had 7,000 feet. So we're gonna go down.
For what?
No, we had going up to 7,000 feet now.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
So we want to do accelerated stall. So from up 17 inches, 105. Okay. So.
So you want to be about 15 to slow down. Maybe a little bit less because you're really fast. Try and stay at the right altitude. Stay at your altitude and airspeed. There you go. Nice. We're going to be at 105. Then you bank over 45 degrees. 17 manifolds. And you're pulling to induce a stall. And as soon as you hear the horn, you're releasing and then rolling out and adding power. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So.
So see how you're getting slow. Keep the nose low. Go over to 45. Good. Don't drop it anymore. So look at how fast you are now. There you go. I mean, you did it. You did. Be careful with that. So you. Can I show you what I mean real quick?
Yeah.
Real quick. So our speed, we want to be at 105 only. So I'm going to slow down. Hold my altitude to slow down. Alright, I'm at 105, I'm gonna go to 17. Now I'm at 105. Look at how I want to stay at 105 the whole time. So if I start to get slow, I pitch down. There's our accelerated stall, inside 30, add the power, pitch up. So I don't want to get sped up while I'm entering because it's going to make it harder. You did the right maneuver, but at too fast a speed, and I don't want to see you get unable to make the stall because you're going too fast. So when you roll in, add some back pressure, okay? That's the only thing. It wasn't bad, it was just too fast. You could get into trouble. There you go. So lock in on that 105. Yep, and now keep 105 as you roll in. That's the hard part. There you go. Keep rolling in. Roll in, and then pull. But look how the nose is getting low, so it speeds up. And it makes it harder. If you're at 105, it's actually really easy to pull and get to stall.
The manifold pressure. Roll in.
There you go. There you go. Try and use some rudder on the rollout. It'll help make it smooth. See how it's kind of like, and it almost lags? If you do a little bit of aileron, like half aileron, half rudder, it'll go way smoother. Okay? You're good though. Nice. It's like putting the brakes on.
Hartford Tower, Cessna 12180, holding showing Alpha for runway 2 for a westbound departure.
Nice.
120 left turn approved, wind 10.
Alright, now roll out, use some rudder. There you go, add power. Nice, that's it. That's it, man. It's great. Okay, cool. So we are going to keep heading towards Hartford, and we're going to sink it down, alright? We got 2 more maneuvers to get through, okay?
Okay.
And then we got to get back to meet John in the training center.
Let's head back.
Alright, we'll head back, but we got to do steep turns, and we got to do VMC demo.
Okay, so we're going to go down to steep turn, or we're going to do that 7,000?
You can do steep turns at 7,000, that's fine, but VMC demo, we got to sink it back down, okay?
Okay, so
steep turns are going to be cruise configuration.
So 20, and then pull this back to 24.
Yeah. Alright, so you know where the 45-degree line is. Most important thing here, bug heading, and fuel pumps will be off for this one. Alright, are you getting into it, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Departure 12395.
Brunei Tower, Cherokee 64 Tango, 1764 Tango, holding short runway 2, ready for departure, close traffic.
I think the power setting may have been a little low there.
Runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Started a little higher.
Takeoff, 64 Tango.
Want to try it again? I mean, we're going the right direction, so. Do it another.
I'll do steep turn another day. Anytime I do
Do a steep turn another day. You want to do VMC demo?
DMC demo. No, I'll do that turn another day.
Okay. All right. We got to descend. So pull the power all the way out. Full blue lever.
I said, Buck, I want to use the bathroom and I think I'm getting a little bit nauseous. Whenever I do steep turn, I get nauseous.
I see. All right.
Power back.
Yeah, and all the way out. Blue lever. Pull forward. There you go. And we just gonna turn to not be in the Hartford airspace once we get up to the VOR, but otherwise should be fine.
Too much descent. I'm gonna pop the ears.
Yeah, that's fine. Unless you don't want to blow it up. But.
Alright. What's the other maneuver you want to do?
The VMC demo.
BMC demo is one engine out, right?
Yes.
Alright, let's do that.
That's the one where you're pulling one back and then you're pushing the other one forward.
Okay.
We just have to keep descending. We can't do the VMC demo this high up. You understand? Because of CDA?
Yeah. But I did that right, yeah. Okay.
So right around 4,000 we'll do it.
We can shut one engine down though. Can do that one?
Yeah, you want to do that one? That's
Yeah.
air restart and then single engine.
But we gotta
start.
be level for that, right? We can't descend in that one.
You can descend in it, it's just not the same. The whole point of doing it is so that you can control
Level,
the
okay.
airplane. So we're going to see something similar to that with the VMC demo, and then I'll have you shut it down right after, okay?
Alright. So far we come Alfred or Alfred's over there.
Yep.
Easy, I can't see.
Alright, so we'll level off for 4,000.
Brunei Tower, 64 Tango, midfield, downwind, runway 2, requesting the option if able.
6-foot Tango, unable to stop and go, other options approved.
Unable to stop and go, on options approved, 64 Tango.
Alright, and let's get a left turn here, just all the way around 180 to 060. I just want to get away from this traffic in front of us. Got some departing traffics. And then what we're going to do is, standing at 4,000, we're going to do the first 3 steps of the VMC demo, which is pulling the left engine. We'll do that once we get level. Try not to turn these while you're turning, because that can be really tough.
I just tried to match it up.
Yeah, oh yeah, fair enough, that's fine. Alright, cool. So, let's level out. It's going to be back, 0 side slip, forward, and then you're basically doing more of a 0 side slip. And you got to try and stay above 105. You can go all the way down 2, but try and stay above 105. It's going to make it easier for you. Alright, you went past. And, yeah, then we do the VMC demo where you get slower and you increase that 0 side slip until the point where I kind of block the rudder and you're losing directional control. And that's when you reduce the power, drop the nose, regain control, add power, pitch up to 105 on one engine, okay?
Alright.
Alright, so you ready to try it? You know what we're doing?
So, BMC demo.
Yeah, it's not, you're not going to be able to read this one while you do it. So I can show you. Let me show you real quick. It's 2 seconds. So first couple steps, we're above 105. We're below 4,000. I'm going to pull the power. The plane's going to want to yaw to the right. I'm paying attention to my heading. I don't really care about the altitude, but you see how I've increased the 0 side slip? So now we're 1, 2, 3, looking good. Now I'm going to say to my examiner, hey, I'm going to start pitching up, and I'll do this one. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to start pitching up. My goal is to stay on the heading. Even though I'm getting slower, I'm trying to keep myself on the heading, At a certain point, the plane's not going to be able to maintain control. So I'm going to reduce that power. I'm going to drop the nose, try and regain control, regain my heading, and then I'm going to try and pitch up on a single engine and try and keep 100. Then, once I'm done, I'm going to let out that rudder and I'm going to what's called feather the throttles. Notice how the plane's not out of control when I add that power back in smoothly. That's what we're trying to do. Demonstrate control with one engine. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Your controls.
My controls.
Your controls.
Runway 2 clear for takeoff.
So, VMC demo. Diamond. So we're going to pull back one engine.
So you're all about that heading, So stay on that heading. There you go. So now you're going to let me know when you decide to start pitching up.
I'm going to start a pitch up.
Now make it really slow, 1 mile an hour, okay, per second. You don't want to pitch up too quickly because then it'll happen really quickly, okay?
Yeah.
So once you start losing directional control, recover.
Losing directional control, recover.
No, you recover with this one. There you go. So see how far back you pulled that?
Yeah.
You want to pull back the minimum amount.
Okay.
Oh, only a little bit. So your throttle should be like right there at full back, okay?
Okay.
And then you recover. So, and then recover on one engine.
Recover on one engine.
Yeah, but you got to keep your heading though.
Okay.
All right.
Let's start over again.
Okay. Yeah, so you're only manipulating your one right engine until you're bringing them together again, okay?
Okay, ready?
Alright. So as soon as you lose directional control, that's when you recover.
Then when you're ready, okay?
I'm ready.
Okay.
There you go. Predict it. Predict what's going to happen. There you go. Stay above 105 until you're ready to pitch up.
I'm going to pitch up.
Alright. Cool. You're pitching up?
Losing direction and control.
Drop the nose, pull the power, regain your heading. You're too far back. There you go. And now add the power back in. Nope. And pitch for 105. You should be climbing out at 105 on one engine on your heading before you put this back in, okay?
Alright.
So it's like a stall on one engine, but you're not stalling.
Okay.
Don't get close to a stall, okay?
Okay, I'm going to pitch up.
Okay, so yeah, start it from right here. Keep your hand on the throttle.
And on throttle.
Get on the heading, bud. Don't let it drift, okay?
Okay.
And now as you pitch up, increase right rudder and aileron to stay on the heading. So right about here, I'm not going to let you hold heading. You're starting to lose your heading, right? Now you recover, so just a little bit. Drop the nose, regain the heading aggressively. Add the power. Pitch up for 105 on your heading. Just to here. Like the horizon. Maybe a little higher. That's your pitch attitude, okay?
Okay.
And now, you're going to add this power back in. Stay on the heading. Don't let it drift. There you go. So smoothly. As you increase, take your foot out. Smoothly. There you go. That's it. Okay? That's the maneuver. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you want to go back?
I want to try it again.
Okay. Alright, can we turn it around just so we don't get too far away?
Turn it around. What's the degree?
Yep.
What turn it around to?
The Hartford. We're heading back towards the east. I don't want to get too far. Alright, don't get too high, remember. We gotta stay below 4,000.
Brandon Tower, Cherokee 1764 Tango, holding short 2, ready for departure, close traffic.
6 foot Tango, hold short runway 2 for low approach traffic.
Holding short runway 2 for traffic, 6 foot Tango.
Hartford, give me a heading for Hartford.
Heading for Hartford would be 280. So, gotta go 28.
Alright. I think I have enough. Head back now.
Okay.
To do one VMC heading back, right?
Yeah, I thought you wanted to shut the engine down, but...
Let's try one more VMC though.
Okay, so 280 on the heading is back to Hartford.
280.
You're on 180. We need 28. There you guys see it?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Let's do the VMC demo.
VMC demo starting now. That was our clearing turn.
Yep.
Full power. Bugger heading.
So you definitely bug the heading and get stable prior to doing that.
Pitching up.
But
105.
where's your hands? Hands on the wrong throttle. There you go.
Directional control. Back.
Yep.
Then back in.
Yep.
Power coming up.
Nope. You're not at 105 yet.
Oh.
So you gotta basically recover the heading, get to 105, and you're climbing out at 105 when you recover those. Okay, so climb out at 105. Don't let the heading drift. You should have this wing down. There you go, nice and stable at 105. Now you put the power in smoothly. Don't let it drift off your heading. You want to stay on that heading the entire maneuver. It should not move.
I'd like to hit the American VFR on the boat.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but it's all about being precise with when you move that throttle and the rudder. You don't want to just jam it forward because then the plane wiggles like this. Also, setting up, you want to take a little bit slower. You were kind of rushing into it, and it was making it all jumbled up. We want to go 1, 2, 3. Alright, cool. We don't need to lose too much altitude, but we'll get set up and ready to go into Hartford, so you got your ATIS, and then you got Hartford Tower. I would give it a little bit more power.
The airport, advising his contact if it is India. Alpha Brand Dalmatian India 1353 Zulu, wind 100 at 8, visibility 10 clear, temperature 20, dew point 8, altimeter 3023. Traffic lane departing runway 2, expect visual approach.
Probably going to need to go more this way.
Available knowing northeastern coastal waters for further information, contact flight service. Traffic ain't Bradley Class C airspace, advised ground control.
Alright. Information India, we're using runway 2.